one of the questions I had for you, and I didn't get to ask you this on our previous interviews, but dude, I wanted to ask you about the top wrap. How you've got the strings? Is that on all the Les Pauls? Are you doing that top wrap? Could you?
Well, okay, so the top wrap, if you look at old pictures of Billy Gibbons from the early 70s and Jimmy Page, they top wrap. And the top wrap with a Les Paul is it just decreases the break angle over the bridge.
Okay, so this area here, we're going all the way.
Now you would say, Joe, why don't you just unscrew the bridge and decrease the break angle like that?
Okay.
I like the bridge all the way down to the body. I like the I like the screws all the way down.
Okay.
Boom. And then what you do is you go the opposite way and come over.
So we've got some height that way now.
Yeah, you're decreasing the break angle. Now this is impossible because you have a Bigsby.
Right.
So you can't top wrap this, or else it wouldn't play.
Bad
The
things
strings
would
would fall off. But on a regular Les Paul, and I always found that I use 11 gauge strings. That 11s felt like 10 and a halves. You know. And I use a Ernie Ball set, 11 to 52. It's basically the Burley Slinky.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes. And when people play my guitars, I'm like, well, these are because they don't feel like 11s. It's because of the top wrap.
Ah, so there's a little less string tension this way as well.
Yeah.
Okay, because when you say 11s in standard, like my arm starts to hurt a little bit. Like I get a little nervous there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I do it because it just, I prefer the sound of 10s on a Les Paul. I think they're just bitier and meaner sounding. But in the live sense, like when you get to the live gig, I just have a hard time keeping 10s in tune because I'm hitting harder and the adrenaline
and all that. Sure.
So
okay.
Like, to have I have the fatter strings on the bottom, and the guitar seems more weighted.
So the top wrap is happening on your Les Pauls and the SGs?
Generally not the SGs because those either come with the Maestro or the Sideways.
Okay.
335s are a case-by-case basis. It depends on the break angle of the neck. Generally, I don't top wrap 335s because it's too, it's too flat. It literally just goes flat across. But on a Les Paul standard or anything with a tunematic Les Paul context, yeah, I'll top wrap it.
Top wrap, okay. Yeah. And purely for this a reason for the tension, nothing to do with string breakage or anything like that. Just purely for tension and feel.
Well, Mike Hickey came up with this this technique where he would put the ball end of a string through the string and then go up and over. So you have it, and basically what it was is you keeping the wrap of the string that would normally now break over the tailpiece. That it's just instead of the wrap of the string breaking at an extreme angle like that, it's just string.
Oh, I see.
And that saves on string breaking.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
That's Mike's technique. So if you ever see my Les Pauls, and you see the bullet ends or the ball ends of the string sticking out of the bridge, it's because there's another ball end inside the bridge.
Got it.
It's just decreasing the length.
Sure.
Because the wrap on a string is about this long. So if you can get it out, and all you get is just the string wrapping around.
Very cool. That makes total sense.
Those work. Some of the stuff doesn't work, and it's just quirky, but that actually works.
Love it. Yeah. Love it. That's great, man. I will definitely try that as well because I would like to keep the tension a little friendlier, but still keep the gauge.
Yeah, and it's all about the tuning as well. When it's like if it's too slinky, it's hard to keep it in tune. It's like chords don't feel right.
Sure.
You kind of like, that's not right. I'm not really in tune at the moment because I was doing dive bombs earlier. But it's all about to taste. And sometimes it's like, sometimes you want to back the truss rod down a little bit just to get a little more tension. Sometimes you increase the truss rod a little bit just to get it to where it's a little less. And it's all about how the guitar rings. It's like when you acoustically, is it ringing? Sometimes if it's too much relief in the neck, it'll start choking and sound play really stiff. And then sometimes if you got it cranked too much, it starts buzzing and fretting out.
Right.
So you want to find the happy medium.